into the markets, which is useful, or we could just bang right up into here. Theology. I don't know. I always think money is important. So I don't think we're going to have to worry about a war anytime soon. So I think we'll go that way, and we will put this city. Well, that might have been a bad move. Thought he was able to move, but I was wrong. Okay, so we got some composite bows. Let's move him down. And even though he might, we might be keeping him on our good side for the whole game, I'm still gonna build some soldiers. We got this marble here I forgot about. So let's get that as fast as possible. You can just stay there. Oh yeah, a little snoring in the background, that's always nice. I like that. And I wonder if it's picking up on the microphone. And if it is, you'll just have to deal with it. So I don't know. This is the first time I'm doing it. It kind of makes the game a little more exciting and fun for me. Well, especially on this map, I was getting a little bored on this map because victories were pretty easy, or starting to get pretty easy to obtain, and I had to. I was doing. I was playing random, so random map and random civilization for a while there, and what I found out was I was getting on a lot of water maps, or I was being isolated a lot, and it seemed easy to get. It seemed pretty easy to get a diplomatic or cultural victory, because I'm lazy and I wasn't really, focusing on trying to dominate the world. So, although I would go around and take out a few civilizations, but then I started to mess around with Pangea map, and a small map, so 6 civilizations, 12 city-states, and I is definitely the most difficult for me, and I'm pretty sure that that's the most respected style of gameplay for hardcore civilization players. I believe they regard that as the most advanced option, and it takes a lot longer and is a little bit aggravating, since, like I said, you could have control of everything and still lose. But I am still learning. I would say I'm still learning on this game, and that's another reason that I'm making this, to get some pointers, and we finally found somebody else. Hello. They go with Genghis, but I just don't want him anywhere close to me. At least right not now. I mean, I'd rather be next to him to be able to attack him early. Because, well, maybe not. had games in the early game where he can just slaughter you. So it might be better middle game for him, or yeah, middle to late game. But the games that he overran me, I was not focusing on military, which I should have, because he coveted my lands, and I knew that he was coming. But sometimes I'm just stubborn, and I want to do what I want to do, and I don't want to build all those soldiers. But the game definitely dictates it at a lot of times. Okay. So yeah, with cutting the movie every 4 gigabytes, I don't have to pause and go back out and check it and stop it and whatnot. So I guess hopefully this will work a little better. I'm not sure about the quality of video. It's probably not going to come out as clear as I would like it, since now that I've chopped it half size. The last time I took a large file, then I chopped it out of Movie Maker, Live Movie Maker, and it actually compressed it and made the quality the same as if I would have made a smaller video with less, with half size. So we'll try it this way. So like I say, this is the first one, so take it easy on me a little bit, and give me some constructive criticism to be able to do better in the future videos. Where do we want to go? Theology, no. Maybe, yeah. It just depends. Are we going to be able to get Petra? Are we still able to even build that? No, it must have went off. I'm guessing somebody over in Africa definitely got it. As we can see, Mongolia is over in, is that South Asia? Southeast Asia? Or Asia? Okay, so I don't think we're going to have to worry about him. He's not mad at us or anything. Alright, and let's see. Should we become friends with you again? Yes, alright. Alright, and let's choose the research. We'll probably steal. Plan on stealing from Genghis. I guess we'll just try to get up to education now. Alright. Yeah, I think the Hagia Sophia is gone, so, which is nice to have, but it's not a problem. 7 pop, not so impressive. But I'm not sure if we need a large city this game. We are getting 4 gold from religion, and as you can see, our church is starting to push through. So the other city has picked up. So we have Christianity all through the country. at this point, at least in our cities. And the question is whether or not we want to buy a missionary or a pagoda. I think we're going to stop building a military and work on markets. And the pyramids have finally gone off, which probably could have been useful for us this game, getting these trade routes up a little faster. But I think this game's going to be quite peaceful, so I'm hoping. So we got our marble, so I think we have 2 marbles. Let's see, yes. So we can trade out a little with Genghis. And we could actually put up one more city, a coastal city maybe here. No. No, we kind of screwed ourselves there. Might have been a better plan to put this city here, or here, and then have one here. But hindsight, as they say, is 2020. So we're gonna have to deal with it. And we do have 2 coastal cities, so it's enough if we need to put in a couple of subs and some battleships and go conquering. We have 14 turns to the policy, and 7 turns till we get to medieval. So if we decide we want to do patronage, we'll have the appropriate time, of course. In this game, well, Petra hasn't gone off. Okay. So we will use the Great Prophet in a couple turns. I mean the Great Engineer, and try to pick that up. And we're gonna go market. Now I know, like, I watch a lot of games, and not everybody builds markets in all their cities and shooting for national treasury, but man, Petra's gone. So that plan is done. Turn 103. So we have to think of something else now. The choice is, what's our demographics like? We're 11% behind. Our choices are to take the mausoleum, terracotta. We could use them for extra production, or we could try to save him for the Leaning Tower, or Porcelain Tower, which is sometimes difficult in this game, depending if you have civilizations trying to build a lot of wonders. Diplomacy overview. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so Washington has built these, and we don't know who put in the rest. Now, if Washington should happen to get more wonders, it's still, it might be more lucrative to take him down, but since we are friends and have declared friendship, that choice is not available to at this moment. Okay, now what we could do is get a great engineer and save him, or put in a wonder. Another choice that we could do, since we are focusing on religion, is go for the great prophet. Use the faith for pagodas. Go with the great prophet and spread our religion faster. And I think tough choice, because I always like to get another great engineer to build this or this. But since we are trying to showcase religion in this game, and that's the main purpose of it, I think we're going to go great profit and get our churches going and get the money from religion faster. Hopefully it'll spread like wildfire. Like I say, it'll be harder over here than per se on the other side of the world, but it still can take over, especially since there's only 3 religions out of 6 civilizations. So and some people might say that that's a unfair advantage, but you're not always guaranteed to get a religion. Although with Ethiopia, you are even on Diety, you're most likely to get that. So, like I say, this might be a good scenario for someone who is just starting out and wanting to play Diety, and give it a try. You have to start somewhere, and I don't think you want to start at the most difficult stage. So this is not a cakewalk, but it's not the most difficult either. What was I thinking? Nothing really, just rambling. I apologize. Right? Oh, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking about my luxury resources. And I'm going to actually wait for a turn or two, and perhaps try to get Rio de Janeiro on my side, and pick up the extra food. Now, one option is to try to wait for them to want Judaism, and then, take your great prophet and go up to Washington first. And then you can pick up the extra influence that way, but I'm just going to try to push it as quick as possible, instead of having to go up here and then come all the way back. And you never know, Washington, by that time, he may declare war on us, so these are choices you have to make, and it is sometimes, if you're lazy, like myself, it's a difficult decision. And of course, you guys will not maneuver away, so we shall wait a few turns. Oops. What did we just build? Having a little trouble here. Okay. Let's go up here and look inside. Nothing there. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got a little bit of an army. He's got pikemen already. I expected no less. Now, I think we will buy the market and work on probably not that useful at this point. The granary could help. Colosseum. There are walls. You always got to be ready for an attack. So I think I will move this spearman up here and one of these archers down here, just to protect the backside, just in case. Of course, nobody wants to move. I'll give you a couple more turns before. Oops. We have. Yeah, we will take 209, and I messed up with my spy, so let's move him over to Mongolia, who will be getting upset with us shortly if he catches our spy. And spies are funny because sometimes the first turn they can get killed, or a lot of times the AI will thank you for opening your doors, and they will catch you right away, and other times you can go most of the game or half of the game stealing technologies, and they never are the wiser. So, just depends. But most likely they're going to ask you to stop spying on them within the first turn, or within the first time that you steal a technology. I have been messing around with not concerning about stealing technologies right away and putting the spies into city-states, because if you start palling up with the city-states, the AI starts to coup like crazy, and you run into problems holding them. So, become Christian, please. So that's one of those things too. And I forgot to mention that I'm on a, let me see here, is it in here? No, but I am on version, I think 1.06, so I am probably 2 or 3 updates behind, and I don't have Babylon, although I could have added them. I did not take the time to put them in, or figure out how to put them in. Probably some people won't like this, but I am on a shared copy, and that's just the way it came. So I just haven't broken down to actually go out and purchase the full version. So that's a personal preference, whether or not you want to download the game for free, or and take whatever is out there, or buy the version and go that route, which I have spent thousands and thousands of dollars on video games of all sorts. So I have no qualms about shareware. And that's just, I'm getting away from the strategy of the game and onto moral dilemmas, and we shall try to move away from that. So I apologize for even bringing it up. Genghis Khan's building the Great Wall, and our sugar has ended. And I think that we won't trade since, whoops, almost. Yeah, well, I forgot about the horses. There we go. We can trade the horses. Alright, thank you. And we could buy something with that. Well, we could buy another worker. I don't think it's necessary. We could give it to Rio, which is probably a good idea. They're irrational. They have silk and furs, which will be useful. And they do want money right now, so gold gifts are effective for another 28, 27 turns. And we are now allies with them. They are giving us 3 food in the capital and 1 food everywhere else, so not a bad thing at all. I think I moved you away from where I wanted you to go. Actually, why don't you stay in here, and when we get the road up and running, we'll be able to move around. You are a very slow prophet. You have disappointed me. So, where am I at? Why am I having a problem? Alright, and another thing that I tend never to mess around with is hotkeys. I have been that way for a long time. Even back when I started first playing Age of Empires, I never learned the hotkeys, and if you ever play that game online, you know that the slower you are at pushing hotkeys, the more likely you are to get destroyed. So it's basically a race of who can use the hotkeys the best, I believe, rather than strategy. Although I have won games, but if you are against anybody that knows what they're doing and can push hotkeys like crazy, then you are a dead man. Another reason that turn-based game is a little bit more preferable for me, rather than a RTS, a real-time strategy game. So, although I did, before I ever got into Civilization, I played Rise of Nations quite a bit, and if you've played that, you know that that's an RTS as well, from some of the people who originally built this franchise. So it was a good game. I still have it. I still mess around every once in a while, but for some reason, right now, as bad or as many flaws as this game has, I still enjoy playing it. So, and there's not too many games out there that you play against the AI and you don't have problems. So, what do we want to go? We could build the amphitheater and then work on getting a free opera house, which when I'm playing a peaceful game, I don't mind doing that at all, putting amphitheaters in everywhere and then getting into legalism. So yeah, see, I'm always forgetting about the pagodas, but we got it finally. Only 3 turns, yeah, about 3 turns late, which cost us, well, it cost us 6 culture, 6 faith. So yeah, these little nuances can be problematic if if you really want to maximize full potential of this game. Are we going to be able to get in there? I don't see why not. I hope so. So, I'm thinking, well, this will give us more culture, and I think we'll get into this later. So, we'll get into this for now, and our next one will probably go into patronage, and then we always have this door open whenever we feel ready to jump into it. So we have 6 happiness, which is stable. We'll keep that there, I think, for now instead of trading. I don't think of anything that we need to purchase at this moment. So, although I think we can trade some cotton. Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe Genghis. I think that he didn't need it, but oh, he'll take it. There you go, buddy. Alright, and we're friendly. He still likes me. Until 16 turns, that's quite a bit of time. But that's just the way it is this time. Sometimes you get to spy and they're like stealing like wildfire. And you can really you probably should come back and you can go up. Alright, and yeah, push you up too. Alright, and what was I saying? Oh, sometimes a spy really will take off and you can get pretty good a bit of technology, and you can get ahead quickly, especially if you're getting research agreements going. We have met Venice, so that is a good thing, and they are maritime as well, and they want us to destroy, this is from South America, and they want us to destroy that barb hut, so probably not going to happen, since I have got nothing to do with traveling in the water yet. Whoops, let's see if we can get you in. I don't think so. So, might be a good idea to get up to compass to jump in that water. Or even go around if we have to. Yeah, it's probably a better plan. Alright. Which, you never know, the religion could be, pushing in already. See, he's got 3 followers over there. Alright. Come on now. What is the problem? Oops. Alright. This is the big problem with the game is interesting. It says sometimes this is a glitch. Sometimes it says 2, but you really only have 1. So, see, it says I have 1 cotton and 1 export. So, if we did trade with him, it would bring us down in happiness. Okay, and we probably want to get. Yeah, we are on default. Okay, I think we're okay there. Alright. Well, maybe you can move in. Yeah, okay. Oh, nice. City's right there. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, they are already Christian. Darn it. Okay, so we will save you, and what happened here? Okay, and we will save you, get you close to the coast, when we can travel across. Should we go and put in an amphitheater? I was thinking we'll buy an amphitheater here and build one here. Okay. We already got one in here, right? No. Alright, but how's the production here? So, what is going on? Choose production. Amphitheater. Okay. Alright, let's move you here. Oh, I see. Okay. We want you to fortify. Now, all our troops are up here, so let's drop back just in case something happens on our backside. Yeah, let's drop back a little bit. Alright. Who else needs to maneuver? Anybody? And the a period and comma is probably the only hotkey that I use. Now, we can sell him open borders. I don't think him being as far away as he is, that he's even going to come over. So, give him open borders and gain 50 gold. And if he does come over, well, he could get here anyway. And if he, well, yeah, no, he can't. No, 1, 2, 3. Can't build here. He can't build. Nobody can build here, so they're blocked actually, and I'm blocked as well. So, if he did get open borders and try to come over here, which I don't see happening, but yeah, it's a very, very, very small risk. All right. So I will take the extra gold on that one. Okay. Oh yeah. All right, let me kind of get you prepared to start maneuvering into the ocean. Okay. What is going on? All right. Come on already. There we go. Trying to speed this game along as fast as possible. Yeah, I do play relatively fast, so I really, this being my first, I'm trying to do things that I would normally do